Well, hey there everybody, Aaron here. Welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today, I got a new Mora for us to check out for 2015. This is their Pro Series. This is the Mora Robust. So kind of taking it from the original Robust that we all know that's a little bit bigger, and they've slimmed it down a little bit, changed a little things with it, and given us a new for 2015 product to purchase for under 20 bucks, which is always fantastic when you can get a Swedish made high carbon steel blade that performs well for under the $20 mark is awesome. So let me go ahead. We're going to give you some basic specs here. We'll just talk a little bit more concept, of what a Mora is, and what this knife can do for you. Show you a couple of the other new Moras. I got a Mora Basic 511 for us to check out and run it up against also the heavy duty companion. We'll talk about that throughout this real quick review here, just showing you in the Blade Boot Camp and in field testing what this Mora Robust Pro Series has to offer you. So now with that being said, let's go ahead and start checking out this blade. All right guys, let's go ahead and look here at the specs on this knife. What you're looking at from front to back is a total length of 8¼ inches. You're looking at a 3.6 inch actual cutting edge. You're looking at a Scandinavian Swedish made knife. It is 1/8 inch thick right there. And you're looking at kind of a polymer plastic handle, partial tang. It's gonna go about to right there where my thumb is where the tang will end. And it's gonna weigh in at 4.8 ounces, 4.8 ounces on the weight. And the steel that they're using with this is a high carbon steel. When I did my research, is basically the exact same properties of 1095. So you're getting a 1095 Scandi grind knife, and you're gonna get this all for under 20 bucks, which is a great price point for what you're purchasing. So those are just a few of the basic specs along with the polymer plastic sheath that you would be purchasing with the Robust Pro Series. All right, so real quick, just kind of walk you through how this blade performs. First off, one of the great things about Moras and kind of the idea behind them is the price point. Again, under $20. We've talked about that a little bit in the intro. I mean, that's phenomenal for what you're getting with this knife. And with the grind that they've chosen, the steel that they've chosen, this thing performs, guys. This is a really good wood processor. I mean, it's able to make great feather sticks. You're going to do that very easily. You can easily get those shavings done and make a big ball of them for a fire, to help you with a fire if you got a fire steel or matches or whatever. It's going to do notches fantastically well, bites in really easy, and it's going to hold its edge during all this time. I mean, it's not super steel, but for a lot of wood processing, it's going to really hold up well to any type of wood processing that you need to do. Nylon rope cutting around, your shop, or if you're out in the bush, around your campsite, whatever. You can definitely do food prep. It's an 1/8 inch thick, so it's pretty thin, so it will be able to do some food prep. The Scandi grind isn't really well designed for food prep. Full flat grinds are better for that, but it will do food prep rather well, and it's sturdy enough to do some harder tasks because of the 1/8 inch thick. So all those things add up to be a really good performer, and again, the ridiculous price point. That's what makes Mora so awesome at under $20 for all that you're getting here. Really sets it apart from a lot of other knives that are double, triple the price. So those are all positives. Now, some things to note over the original Robust. Again, this is their Pro Series new for 2015. The handle has this really big pronounced hook back here, which I don't understand in the design. I really like the protruding guard up here. This is great, but back here, there's no need for this hook, and it actually gets in the way when you are doing some finer bushcraft style tasks like chest lever grips and those type of things. It can tend to kind of get in the way, and there's no need for it. I really wish it was just slim right off the back like the original Robust. Would have been fantastic, and then just leave this guard how they've redesigned it. That would have all been great. So I really wish that they had removed this kind of rubberized piece back here, because it does tend to bite in your hand on certain bushcraft style tasks. Now the handle fits great in my large size hands. I got plenty of room to spare. So if you're doing normal cuts, hammer grips, food prep, feather stick making, it's not going to get in the way. But it's just unneeded. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's not needed and will hinder some bushcraft style cuts that you may want to do compared to other Moras out there on the market. So that's one thing to note. The other thing is that because it is 1/8 inch thick, there are other blades in the Mora lineup that can actually do what this blade can do better. So let me show you what I'm talking about when it comes to that. Okay guys, now is when the rubber really meets the road and you start comparing this Robust Pro Series with other knives that Mora makes, and it doesn't really begin to blow me away anymore. The knife itself is fine, but when we're looking at other Moras, they're just, in my opinion, better purchases out there So, and this is why I'm going to explain this to you. Now, with the new designed handle, they also did that previously reviewed. We have a review out on the basic 511. And what you're going to be getting with the Mora 511 is a knife that's going to be about $5 cheaper. It's going to be about an ounce or two lighter. You're going to get the exact same blade length. You're getting the exact same handle design. The only difference really is that the Mora 511 is going to be 0.08 inches thick, and your robust is going to have a slightly bigger sweep on the blade, and it's going to be the 0.125 inches or 1/8 of an inch thick. So there's a thickness level there. So when we're talking about this small a knife, when we're talking about 3.5 or 3.6 inches, I want as thin a blade as possible to do remarkable slicing. And that's what the 511 does, and not what the Robust does. It is a noticeable performance difference between the Robust and the 511, and you're going to be paying more for the Robust, and you know, it's just not going to, it's going to weigh more, and it's just not going to slice quite like the 511 can. So between the two, I would tell you to go with the 511 all day long. It blows the Robust Pro Series out of the water. And yeah, I mean, if you're going to look at the two, get the 511. Don't even think about the Robust, because on the flip side, for the exact same price, you can get the Heavy Duty Companion, which is going to have a much better handle, like we've already talked about with the handle kind of issues that I have with this hook back here. I don't know why they did that. There's no reason to. I like the front guards, and I wish that the the Heavy Duty Companion in the future will come with this type of guard, but leave the rear end alone. You're going to get a better rear end for bushcraft style tasks. The handle's just going to feel a little bit better in my opinion. You're going to get the same thickness. The Heavy Duty Companion is going to have an 1/8 of an inch thick, just like the Robust Pro Series will. It's going to give you almost an inch longer blade, and it's going to be the exact same price. So why get this Pro Series? Makes no sense to me, guys. Well, folks, it's time for us to wrap up this review for you, and I think that last shot kind of explained it all with the Heavy Duty Companion and the basic side by side with this knife. Because when you start comparing this blade to other Moras, the knife just doesn't make sense in my mind. If I like the design and the features that this Robust Pro Series offers, well then I might as well just go with the basic 511. Cheaper, lighter weight, thinner, it's going to perform better every time. If I want something that's a little bit tougher with that 1/8 of an inch thick, and I want that strength, then I'm just going to go with the Heavy Duty Companion. It's the exact same price as this one. It's going to give me almost an inch longer blade, and it's not going to have the stupid, in my opinion, stupid flare out the back. So again, if this was the only knife Mora made, sure, this would be an awesome knife. But with the other options that Mora produces, this is just redundant and in my mind, not needed. So guys, I hope that ultimately this video has just helped you with your purchasing decisions, particularly when it comes to Mora. There are lots of options out there. If you like what you see, it's a great knife, but again, just redundant in all the line of Moras that are out there. So thanks so much for checking out the channel. As always, check us out on the relevant social media. Subscribe, comment, like, share this video. And as always, remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.